alphabetical orders. So do Detroit.
All right. So next was so we had our Chicago thing. We went a little long, a little heated, but that's fine. Let's make this one quick. Detroit 7.5, -115, -115. Just like the public, doesn't seem a lot of action either way. I'm fading this. Or I'm not fading it. I'm staying away. Real quick, Brian.
Stay away.
Brad.
Stay away, like I talked about before, Minnesota and Green Bay.
All right, that's good. We're good. All right. I mean, we don't need to talk about Stafford. All right, so 2-minute spotlight.
Thanks for getting my opinion, ass.
I asked you. You said stay away.
Oh, okay.
Didn't you?
Yeah. I said it just under. I didn't realize you got it.
Yeah. All right. Anyways, fucker. 2-minute spotlight goes to I want to hear about this. We was talked about earlier. What is this MVP tour and what's it going to entail?
It's the Aaron Rodgers FU tour. It happened in 2014 after he got hurt. It's going to happen again next year. He's going to go on the warpath. I mean, I don't know. They finally fired Dom Capers, so maybe they'll tackle in the fourth quarter. But, looking at their schedule, I think Minnesota bounced back. I think they come back to earth. I don't know what that means. I just don't think that's a 12-win team. I think Green Bay can split with them easily. They'll go 4-0 against Chicago and Detroit, so you're 5-1 in the division, and then you're playing a third-place schedule, I believe. So I feel pretty good with, I'm a fan, so I'm not going to get crazy, but I feel pretty good with the unit on the over.
All right, real quick though, with your murder tour, I want feedback on this. You played Minnesota twice and in LA. Those are the two of the best secondaries probably built in the last, 10 years outside of the Legion of Boom. Is he going to be able to handle both those? I mean, I know you get Chicago and shit, but that's some tough competition with those guys.
Okay, I agree. There's 13 other games on the schedule. You're naming out 3, so they're 13-3, so my over comes in then.
No, I'm not talking about your over. I'm talking about your MVP. I'm talking about your walk away with the fucking MVP, 60,000 yards, 50 touchdowns, 4 interceptions.
Is he the best player in the league?
I've said this for how many years? I agree with you.
Okay. So, do we know that he's kind of petulant? Do we think that he's very sensitive? Do we not think that he creates shit, like, in his mind that, like, people slighted him because he got hurt?
Do you not think there's any chance at home against Minnesota with that defensive line and your shaky offensive line, week 2 where teams are rusty, he gets hit a lot? And that could be bad.
You know what? I don't think he's going to change his game that much, but I just, it's instinct, man. I'm not really a big numbers guy. I think he's the best player in the league. I think he's coming off an injury and he's got something to prove.
I think he's the best too. I just think that it is a team game too, and sometimes you can't do it all yourself. Let's do so it's 10 -125 for the win, -105. Where you at, Brian?
1 unit over.
All right. And then let's shoot to Brad so you get rebuttal.
No action. Just 12. I can't go against 12.
Okay. Chris.
I'll go 1 unit over.
All right. I was gonna wonder, you had no money on the line. Brad, by the way, both you and Chris have bet a total of $200 a piece. Dad's in for $1,000, so he's maxed out. I'm in for $350 and Brian's in for $4. Just so you guys know when you're thinking about your bank accounts. And that wraps up the Minnesota Vikings. Oh yes, sorry. I'll actually open this one. This is my team to win the Super Bowl. I just think that I don't really care about Cousins. I think it's just too many weapons with Thielen, Diggs, Rudolph, and Cook. If they stay healthy, and that defense is just better and better. There's unsung heroes on that line. Ever since Hard Knocks, I've loved Mike Zimmer. I'm going 200 on the over at 10, and I will definitely be talking to Chris Cody when he's in Vegas about not only NFC title chances, but Super Bowl chances.
Chris, your thoughts?
Kirk Cousins, pick 6. That defense isn't going to be able to recover when he's throwing pick 6s all game. I'm gonna fade Robbie's over and go under 10.
Okay.
Case Keenum did not turn the ball over. Kirk Cousins hasn't beat a winning team in 3 years hardly. So I'm going under.
Offensive line? They were shits.
Hey, just because you're fucking Foles at one
Kisses.
All right. So you're minus 135. Oh shit, I read it wrong. But anyways, I'm just on the over minus 135. You're plus 105. What are you taking?
I'm gonna take 2 units on the under at plus money.
Love it. All right, Brian.
I was a pass. I'm not going to play them, but I'm with Chris here.
You're Homer. All right, Brad.
It's not a dynasty. It's not a dynasty. They're not. It's a good team without a quarterback. I'm with Chris. Kirk Cousins. What has he done? He hasn't done anything. They have on the fucking outside. The linemen are fucking awesome. Like whatever. All right, Brad. Go ahead.
I'm going 300 Minnesota over 10.
Thank you, brother.
Minus 135.
He knows how to drink some Kool-Aid around here. And it's
we're forgetting about Dalvin Cook, by the way. Just saying that. We're forgetting about Dalvin Cook here.
I said that.
I haven't forgot about him.
Looking at the schedule, I don't know how they lose 5 games.
I agree with you. Couldn't agree with you more.
They're the Minnesota Vikings with Kirk Cousins.
I don't know why you should have Kirk Cousins when he had a horrible offensive line, like the worst offensive line in the history.
By the way, Cody, what I don't understand with your math is if you have Minnesota under, why don't you have Detroit or Chicago over?
Yeah, exactly.
He's got the Green Bay. He's on Green Bay.
I have other teams in the NFC that I'm going to hammer against. So.
Okay. By the way, I love infighting, so please always criticize people at any time. I mean,
yes. This is all good fun, folks.
I'm saving money until the end to come back and get against the Vespers. To be on the right side of this.
All right. So
we have a clear divide in this podcast.
All right, let's go out of order. I just want to do this. So Doug Peterson this week said that he's sick and tired of answering questions. Like, what's his fucking job? He's a coach in a press conference. What are they going to talk about? Nick Foles' fucking future? No, they're not, because he's pissed already. So that shitty fucking team from south of New Jersey is 10 totals. Minus 125, minus 105. Chris, this is your team. Get the 2-minute spotlight.
I think we probably go 2-1 to open the season. Wentz, the key thing is Wentz being hurt or not starting. Alshon Jeffrey is already.
He's Aaron Rodgers, right? I mean, after 8 games last year. I mean, he's Aaron Rodgers, right?
Pretty much. Just let me finish. Jeffrey's out, so we're gonna have Matt Collins start.
Wait, Alshon Jeffrey's hurt? Oh my God, Brad, have you ever heard that?
Yes, I have.
So he's out the first 2 games. It doesn't matter. We play Tampa. I think we're gonna lose to Atlanta the first game. With no Wentz. Foles is basically 180 degrees one day from the next. You never know if he's going to be the Super Bowl winning quarterback or the guy that throws 5 picks. 10 wins with the Super Bowl regression. I'm going to pass. I will always be an Eagles homer and rooting for them again. Their schedule is pretty strong too. Being the Super Bowl champs, they don't have good situational games either. I think 10 is the right number, but there's no way 10-6 probably.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Who is your running back? Period. Is it like Garrett Blunt?
Our running back is Jay Ajayi. Darren Sproles returning at a limited value, and then Corey Clement.
At 90 years old, does he get health insurance yet, or what? I mean, like, what's he get?
First of all, I'll give a plug to the UW. Corey Clement's undrafted. Other than Foles, Super Bowl MVP. His feet were in. Bobo, trifecta Bobo in the background there.
I'm here.
I think he adds a dynamic to that team. They also drafted Dallas Goedert, who is a huge tight end.
How many running backs do they have on this team? They carry 8 on the roster?
Yes.
They're actually gonna keep 4, possibly 5.
Jesus, what a waste of a position. I thought the Giants are back. And let's segue into that. Oh, real quick, before we get done, you said no action, right?
No action on. I think the number is exactly right.
All right, Brad and Brian, real quick, what do you got? Anything? Minus 125, minus 105 at 10.
Just say no action. I looked at that back end of the schedule. It was very easy at the end. That's why I'm not going under. But I did look at the under. I'm not going to lie.
Brad?
Stay away real quick. Not that there's a quarterback controversy as far as the organization's concerned, but there are people in that locker room who are going to think this guy won us a Super Bowl. He should have an opportunity.
It's a great point.
You're fucking out of your mind.
Great point.
I don't.
No, it is a great point.
From an organizational standpoint,
I think
agree
people
with
on
you.
his own
future, but
a lot of people his own team that have went there in the trenches through the
Can
playoffs.
I just say one thing though?
Mm-hmm.
Nick Foles has handled this situation almost 100% right.
I agree.
He's not
That's
said
what I
anything
mean.
bad or done anything.
That's what we're all saying. Like, organizationally, like, players and staff are going to be supporting him.
Hey, he found God and he's good with being a backup quarterback. Start a couple games. Good for him.
All right, so real quick, so we got nobody on the Eagles, but you were talking about 19 running backs. I'm going to do my 2-minute spotlight on my favorite team, the New York Giants. So, Rye, you gotta banter me you gotta pepper me with the questions. So my feeling is that you have a quarterback that's 37 years old, and you drafted a running back with the number 2 pick. Potential 10 quarterbacks. I to this day I'm baffled. Now you're paying a running back or a wide receiver, his fair value, but still an insane amount of money. Is this team ever going to win more than 7 games for like the next 5 years? 'Cause I don't feel like it.
I'll take the under on that. This is an organization that doesn't know what they are right now, and sucks for you as a fan. It's in a bad place.
Like, how would you take Saquon Barkley with an aging quarterback? Don't you have to draft a quarterback even if he's not good?
I agree with you with that. I don't really understand the pick in a league that is consistently proven in the last decade that running backs really don't matter.
And the worst part is, even if they do matter, outside the rookie contract, you can't pay them again. I mean, look at Le'Veon Bell. You don't pay them.
Right.
So you get a 3-year rental?
The Odell deal, I mean, I understand why they had to do it.
I get it, too.
It's going to blow up, but I guess they knew that, though. I don't know. It's going to end badly, and, unfortunately, they don't know what they are. Eli didn't want to retire, and I didn't, it's just, they're fucked up, man. I don't know what
I do have one scenario. What if they traded for Bridgewater? Does that help them? I think so.
Is this, like, Teddy at Louisville, or?
No, it's Teddy at the Jets. I mean, he's healthy.
Wait,
who's
Teddy
your backup,
on the Jets, not Teddy in the Jets, right? You're not making a play on an Elton John song, right?
I do. I don't want Eli. Yeah, he throws a lot of picks.
Eli's
Who's their backup, Robbie?
Davis Webb.
Oh God, you guys are fucked if Eli. Yeah, Bridgewater
And then-
upgrade by like 5.
And they drafted a quarterback from Richmond as a freshman. So Richmond, that deep history of college football.
Here's my question. Like, what if he's bad? Like, what if Eli is bad again?
What? Win. How about that? And Brad, Brad, feel free, because I know you're loving this. For years, I've defended Eli Manning against my brother. But there's a peak for every player. Eventually, you're not as good. I mean, I'm not criticizing Eli like mid-2000s. I'm criticizing Eli 2018.
He peaked when he beat New England.
Which time? Oh, shit. Hear that one, dog? Your fair weather team?
It was an average. Look, this is the bottom
line.
line. The bottom line on Eli was he was always an average quarterback. He put together 2 of the greatest runs that anybody's ever seen, and he deserves credit. He played like a Hall of Famer on those 2 Super Bowl runs. But the fact of the matter is that, you got your 2 rings, but he's an average player.
He throws more. He led the league in picks like 3 years.
Why is Brad quiet? Is Brad asleep? This is like Brad's roundhouse.
I don't need to say anything. I'm putting 100 on the under. I think it's already been covered wide.
Thank you, Brad. Way to get that. All right. Anybody else got action? 7 is the number. Minus 150 for the win. Plus 120 for the under, which is actually value. Brad's right. He's got 100.
I'll stay away. I don't know. Maybe Eli has a resurgent year, but I'll
Or
stay
maybe
away.
the division's bad too. We have one
Maybe
more
the
team to get to in
division's
that
bad. That's
division.
kind of what I'm. Washington, I think, is going to be one of the worst teams in the league.
Yeah, that was. We have two more teams in that division, so we should get to quickly. Chris, any action? I'm staying away.
No. My team's coming up.
All right, so now we've done our 2-minute spotlight. So guys, we got to kind of rush through the rest of it, especially a team that I know we're all going to put a lot of money on. So the next two is going to go, or the Washington's going to go fairly quick, I think. 7 -110 for wins and -120. Bri, you have an opinion.
I think they're one of the worst teams in the league. In my initial taking a look at the schedule,
-120 is a good number for 7.
I love this. I'm 3 units Washington under.
I love it.
They're going to be one of the worst teams in the league.
One thing to really bring up about these numbers this year.
Hey, watch him play Green Bay. I'm going to be.
Yeah,
on
they
that
do.
game.
They do. At Washington week 3, you can go to GC to watch it. Sit in Dan Snyder's
All
box.
right.
So real quick, sorry, Dad, I know we're trying to rush everything. We had an interruption around the half. But if you look at all these totals, the lowest total in the whole division is 5.5. Well, we know for a fact there's going to be 3 teams that win less than 4 games. I mean, that's just how the numbers have to play out. It's
I agree.
kind of a crapshoot year, right? I mean, no one's got a number. And I love taking a stance with Brian with 300 on the under Washington. Chris, what do you think?
Jay Gruden should have been fired after his first year. The team's terrible. Snyder's a moron. I'm going to do a bill on the under. I still have one team left in the division.
So passionate with
What's
100.
your over under?
7. And you
That's way too
minus
fucking
120,
high.
so you-
That's way too high. That would be a Kirk Cousins number at 7. I mean, come
Yeah,
on.
I agree.
That's bullshit, dude.
Right.
They're terrible.
Brad, what do you think about the new quarterback? That's not a good thing, right? And the running back injuries, Geis is already hurt.
Well, Smith
right?
is consistent, but the rest of the team is horrible.
Yeah, but Smith was consistent on a great fucking roster with a great offensive coach. Not a head coach, but an offensive coach. And
I'm going under. I'm only going to Bill.
You know what? I think I'm saving up my gusto for the rest of it. I already went kind of bold with that New Orleans 250. I'm going to stay away, but I really like where you guys were at. We are leaving out, like I brought up quickly. I think they just signed Adrian Peterson because of all the running back injuries they had.
It was so awful.
He had like 53 yards last game in preseason. By the way, I was thinking this today though. Also, guys, how much would you be able to put on if you had a 15 wins for the Gruden team? How much money would you put on that in Vegas if that was a line?
What's it? -110?
wait, how many wins?
So for both Gruden teams, it's 15.
So he has Jay and John. So they're both right now at 15 to 7 and 8, and they're both actually pretty much even money.
Here's the way I envision it.
I actually love that bet, Brad. That's a
Jay?
great bet. Can we add the Gruden bet? Do we all have to take a stance on it?
Okay,
Let's
we'll
roll
do that
under.
at the end.
Never
We'll do that
mind.
at the end.
Fuck it, we're lame. But Brad, that is a fucking great bet to post that on like Bovada because you're right.
Can't we?
15's the number.
You can try and
I'm
parlay
telling
it.
you, Oakland fucking starts out. I guarantee you, Oakland starts out like 5-2. I haven't looked at their schedule. This is just me. They start out like 5-2 and end up fucking 6-10 or 7-9. I swear to God. And Gruden ain't gonna. Jay Gruden, dude, that's a 3 or 4 win team. They're gonna be one of the worst teams in the league.
Like I said, they should have fired him after year 1.
It's terrible. It's a system quarterback with a shitty system. It's gonna be awful. It's gonna be terrible.
All right. So the last team in the division is the Dallas Cowboys. They're 8.5. They're plus 105 and minus 135. Once again, a team I don't like, but somebody has to win games in that division. I guess Philly. I don't know, but I will say one thing about Dallas. You have to understand. I think their best receiver is Cole Beasley on the outside. I don't know how that's going to work. They literally have nothing, and they just lost their center, Travis Frederick, who's a huge deal. So, Brad, where are you at with that?
I'm going to pass. Barely. It's just the Zeke factor. That's all it is. When
Brad?
Zeke's on the field, they're a good team.
What's your over under?
8.5. Brad.
I think that number is high, in my opinion. I would lean under, but I'm staying away because somebody's going to win games in a bad division. And I think that Dallas has some talent on their roster, but I'm staying away.
Chris, are we underestimating the Travis? That's a huge injury, correct? I mean,
So they have no wide receivers and a starting rookie wide receiver in Michael Gallup. I followed him closely. The fact that they're going to stack the box, and they did it all last year against Zeke, and Dallas looked totally different. They're going to struggle, man. Offensive line, Dak's throwing picks or getting sacked. I'm taking 3 units on the under.
oh, wow. Man, there's my guy coming through. I love heavy action, and we all know that. All right.
That offensive line is going to be bad. Really bad.
So we're 3 teams left. We already did Arizona in the NFC West. So they're out. We took no action. Just a quick recap as we go into this. Brad, you currently have $800. You have $700. You have $300 left to play with. Chris, I think you might have over 1,000. Hold on, let me do the math. No, you're good. You did your own math. You have $200 as well. Oh no, Brad has 300. You have 200. Brian has 300. Dad has 0. And I have 450. And we all know where that's going. So do we want to go there? Do we just want to go right where I'm going? Or do we want to go in alphabetical order? It's up to you guys.
Whatever, just go.
We're doing it. Seattle's going to suck. I know minus 180 sucks. If we get it for more money, I don't care. They're giving it away. There's no fucking way this team wins 8 games.
Amen.
It's just, it's literally impossible.
You drafted a San Diego State running back in the first round. You're retired.
He's not going to play. He's not even going to play. Chris Carson already stole a spot.
No
Best
offensive line.
safety in football not playing. Probably won't play from this year. Earl Thomas. All their injuries.
We don't know. There's a chance that he could play this year, but you lost your whole different defensive line. You couldn't block last year. What is making it better? I believe there's even health problems with Baldwin right now. And that's your best wide receiver. Wilson spent the whole year running around. The division,
got better.
Better, but not great. I don't see any way Seattle wins 8 games. And if they do, it's a push. If they win 9, kiss me not, and I'll fucking blow you.
Sweet.
All right, Chris. She said sweet. You got 300 left. Is that it?
I'm doing all 300 on Seattle. Fuck the vig. I watched this team. There's no way that team wins 9 games.
Right. You have, I believe 300. Yeah, you have 300 left as well. Where are you at?
Before I make the bet, I know I'm kind of being a little unorthodox here. What are the Rams at on their over?
10. Minus 135.
I'm gonna save a unit for the under or for the over on the Rams. I'll take 2 on the Seattle under. I'm with you. The Legion of Boom is dead. The run is dead. Everything always ends badly with Pete Carroll, and this is the beginning of the end.
Brad, you got
300 on Seattle under. That cash me out.
Wait, no, you have 300. Shit, I'm my bad. You have 300.
Yep, 300. Seattle under 8. Minus 180.
So Bry's gonna. So we're talking about turn, but I mean that's good because we all knew we were gonna get to. I guess that's a bad host. So I should wait for the cliffhanger. So let's go to the ones we don't want to talk about. Who's else in that division? I'm trying to fucking. Briscoe. Yeah, Jimmy G. 8.5 plus 140 minus 170. Do we know of anything about this team on defense?
No, we don't. We don't know anything. He came in on a new system. I mean, they had that great win against Jacksonville and all that stuff at the end of the year.
Yeah, but Jacksonville wasn't playing crazy. Am I wrong?
No, but I mean, my point is that was a bad team. I mean, Jimmy Garoppolo might be football Jesus, but not next year. I'm going to stay away on that. They might be good, they might not, but that's a big number. What did they win? 6 last year?
I think was he 6-0? I believe.
No, I think he was 4-0 or something, right?
Brad, where are you at with this? Stats?
Okay, yes. Okay, we're getting to add up together. So he's won all 6 of his starts. He won 2 in New England, and he won the last 4 with San Fran last year.
Stats, bro. What a producer. Impressive every time, man.
And I'm, by the way,
and he's watching the Cardinal game too. I'm
kind of agreeing with Brian. just like, I don't know, it just, to be honest, I don't see they had anybody besides Jimmy G. The running back from Minnesota they signed, he's hurt.
I know.
Some questions offensive line, defense questions all over the board. They're young, so anything can happen, but it's just stay away.
Well, offensive line though, Brad, don't they still do the zone blocking? Typical Shanahan.
Well, I mean, they're young too. I mean, they drafted the first guy they're trying to have a left tackle out of the Irish.
Yeah.
But
Good player too.
But yes, so too many question marks. That's all there is.
All right, and just like we end every podcast, as we always should, on the Super Bowl champions. Chris, am I right about this? Super Bowl champions, LA Rams.
No.
Who's the Super Bowl champions? Or Super Bowl favorites? Sorry, Super Bowl. I meant to say Super Bowl favorites.
So, you guys made mention of it. In the recent odds from Vegas, Minnesota has moved ahead to the second favorite behind the Patriots. It's New England, Minnesota, Pittsburgh, Philadelphia. I just think Jared Goff in a tough situation. He started early, but you saw the real Jared Goff in the playoffs.
Right.
They have the paper best team in the National Football League by talent, but you have a quarterback that has struggled at times when the pressure comes. I don't like him at all. Not even close. They make the playoffs possibly, but not Super Bowl.
All right. It's first take, Stephen A.
I totally agree.
You're on the Rams. Who you got, Stephen A? What do you got? Why do you like them? Stephen A. and Brian Stahl. You already have 100 on the over.
I saved 100 to take them in a bad division. Somebody has to win games. I got them at 10?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take it. I saved $100.
First place schedule.
Yeah,
you could be talking 12. We talked this last night. Minnesota and Green Bay could both have 12 to 13 wins.
And tell me how they don't get to 10 with 5 in their division. I mean, they're going to win 5 other games. They got 5 wins in their division easily. In my opinion.
Wait, sorry, what? Yeah.
I'm saying that there's 5 wins in their division. So,
man, playing in Seattle, still playing in Seattle. I mean, I know there's no way they win 8 games, but
Hey, Brian, you're still the Rams.
yeah, Jared Goff fucking sucks.
I agree. Who's going to win the division? Who's going to win the division?
They are.
Okay.
I've seen 8 and 8 teams win the division. The NFC stacked. Okay, this
I
is
think Bristol's going to win the division.
This is-
Fucker's going to stop.
yeah. Well, of course, Pat's guy.
Of course, yeah, coming from Patriot Bob.
Yeah. No, but the thing about it is that like we have to realize is like the only reason the Patriots are favored is because there's like a Football Outsider said 7 of the 9 best teams in the NFL are from the NFC. So the
Correct.
NFC is like fucking stacked.
Really? 7 of the 9 best teams are from the NFC. And how has that been any different since Bill Belichick took over that team? That garbage fucking division that they play in where it's guaranteed 6 fucking wins. They get home field. Don't get me started on them. I mean, I give you credit.
Hey, can we do this? Brad, can we do this? Brad, can we do this? Make sure you segment it. This is called post-podcast rants. I fucking love this. Let's keep it going. All right, Dan, what do you got?
Well, that Green Bay Kool-Aid, they're, you get to play the Bears, the Lions, and
Yeah, really. NFC North really hasn't been much till last year.
It got bigger. And
We put 2 teams in the playoffs at least almost.
Hey,
the
Chris,
entire time.
can you check since 2000 the biggest Super Bowl rate for division?
The what?
Oh, sorry, since 1990, since the modern NFL.
Oh,
The
whatever.
Super
You
Bowl
know the
rate for
answer. I
divisions?
mean, quit asking questions to predetermined outcomes, okay? Trump.
Yes.
hey, the only reason I'm against the Rams, I love the Rams when Kurt Warner was there in St. Louis, but they're trying to buy a defense. They got a bunch of fucking
You're being recorded.
yeah. They got
Renegades.
They got a bunch of renegades. Yes.
Hey, remember that?
Yeah,
team
really.
that
Hey,
beat
by
Kurt
the
Warner?
way,
Remember that team that beat Kurt Warner? Now you root for them.
Yeah, wait, I'm curious. Where do you guys keep all the old jerseys? Like, Brad, like, where's your Derek Thomas jersey? And,
Look at it.
Bobo, where's your...
China.
You wore the Ray
I
Luke
got
jersey.
it down here.
You know, the Ray Luke
Geez,
jersey.
you guys have them in the
wore.
box somewhere? I
You
mean,
wore the Ray Luke jersey for about 5 years, too.
Got my Derek Thomas jersey. Yeah, of course.
They get them from China. They can make anything over there.
One thing I'll just say real quick about the Rams is, I don't know, take what you will. Some people are a little bit,
That's a radio guy. What a professional.
little bit, whatever. Is Mike Lombardi about today? Actually, I agree with him on this.
By the way, I'm dating Lombardi. I think he's an idiot.
He can be, but he has some good points. Anyway, he pointed out today that the Rams were the flashy keys last year of offense and defense in the NFL. They're studying stuff over the season, so they're going to struggle early, definitely, and that's when you worry about the over. But they still play an 80 division, like Brian said, so somebody's got one game. So, and they have no talent.
So
I mean, hey, any time that I can go against somebody that's, talking about a guy that, slept the floors at the Patriots facility and then got hired by the Browns as a general manager, whatever, man. I mean, God, what Simmons is pushing him, who's one of the biggest mushes ever. I mean, really? What is Simmons' record in the last fucking 5 years?
Bill
He's
Simmons?
fucking astronomically bad. Wait, since he put his daughter on his podcast, I almost don't want to listen to it anymore.
Yeah, that's another podcast where we can attack Simmons and then tweet it to him. So,
Nah, we don't need to do that. We're not that petty. Hey, Brad, you probably stopped recording, but hey, you guys want to talk about like the schedule and shit, or what we want to do?
You want me to stop? Okay, I'll hit stop. All right, well, that's going to be it for the wins total. We'll see you next week, folks.
Yeah.